Hey guys, so what's going on? I just launched a brand new site. It's gonna be featuring stickers of my car. They'll come at $6 a pop. All the profits will go towards the car to try and get it back on the road. So you guys mentioned that you guys would really want to donate towards the car, and I'm totally for that. If you guys want to, it's totally not required. This is simply for the people that feel kind enough to donate. All you have to do is just add it to your bag, then go to your bag, and then you can just change the increment on here. Like even $1 is enough. Like that's more than generous. So if you guys want to help me out, support your boy, link is in the description box below. So even though I don't have a race car I'm working at the moment, I still encourage you guys to go outside, enjoy the fresh air that we have here, because it's really nice. And riding the longboard, it really gets you to appreciate what we really have and what we take for granted. Enjoy life, because you never know when it might end, and you want to be there when it's too late. And if you guys haven't seen the last video or the last couple of videos I uploaded, we got the ECU back along with the boost controller. Looks like it was a little messed up, but it's all good. I can salvage that. Some wires were cut, but there's nothing that we can't fix. I got my AOS back, my custom coolant line, my fuel pressure regulator, hood struts, battery, and there's some more stuff I forget, but it's all in the radiator, and the slim fans are over there. So I'm still missing the trunk, the steering wheel, the door or the kick panel. I'll show you guys here in a little bit. And those are the three major things. Other than like some wires and fuel lines were cut. I'll show you guys here in a little bit, all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's not too much of a hassle. I mean, with steering wheel gone, I'll just go with a quick release setup. But I don't know, we'll figure it out. So with the radiator, it looks like they didn't cut any wires, which I'm pretty happy about. I do need to fix this, however. It was just touching on the header, so it started to melt the wire. So I definitely need to fix that before I actually put it in there. Looks like I still got the upper radiator hose, and they cut that one for some reason. Like, I'm sure they could have easily just taken the same flathead they used to take this off to take that one off, but they decided to cut it. So right here is the full ECU. As you guys can see, there's something missing there. Looks like they ripped out the whole wire, because I'm pretty sure English Racing wanted to just leave a blank shrink wrap. Need to figure out where that goes. Need to figure out where this goes. Need to figure out where this goes as well. It's kind of shitty, but I mean, this is still intact. You're ready for that, right? So right here we got the car. There's still some WD-40, it looks like, all over the car. I definitely need to give it a wash. That way, I don't think it'll ruin the paint. The criminals that did spray WD-40, they did that so they can hide their fingerprints, so the police can't scan them. But either way, they got caught up in it, so it looks like it didn't really help out in their favor. But anyways, first thing I'm gonna want to put on is the trunk, because it's super hideous back here. I really do miss the Demon trunk, not gonna lie to you guys, but I do have like I said, I do have another trunk, so we'll slap that on right now. I went to go buy the bolts for these right here. So we got the APR trunk all fitted up on here. There's no latch, so it's not gonna stay down. So, but it definitely looks a lot better than what it did riding with no trunk.
Look at this dude.
That's out of the way. We can start working on the engine part, as well as cleaning up this car, because it has WD-40 literally everywhere. I'm not sure if we'll be able to tell on camera, but basically all those smudges and all that stuff was all the WD-40. And this was obviously the entry point where they cracked the glass. It kind of scratched up my door card up a little bit, which is, I mean, it's whatever. But yeah, I already cleaned up this side. Came out pretty good. I don't see any damage to the paint. I haven't taken a light to it, but I don't see, I mean, I'm sure just a light buff and it'll be perfectly just fine. But so far so good, boys. It looks like WD-40 didn't do anything to the paint, which I'm pretty happy about. So right now would be a perfect time to show you guys what exactly is going on with this, what they stole with the motor and whatnot. I already went ahead and took the liberty of taking this off. They stole my titanium oil cap, which I was super scared because since they stole the cap, they could have easily just poured something in there to ruin this beautiful motor that I put together. If you guys know anything about Subarus, they're not cheap, especially when it comes to building the motors. So I was just super scared. I didn't see anything, but either way, drain the oil. It needs an oil change anyways. They cut all the fuel lines. This is my feed for this fuel rail. This is my, no, not the feed, I'm sorry, the return from this fuel rail. This is the return from that fuel rail. And this is the return from, that goes back to the tank. And they cut all the wires off, which is kind of weird because on the fuel pressure regulator, as you saw, there was no AN fitting down there. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there. They cut this right here, which is the wideband to my AAM gauge, which is on the inside, which is not that important. I'm not sure why they cut it and they didn't steal a gauge. I'm not exactly too sure. Like, if you guys can enlighten me or whatever. Let's see. I don't know. These guys were not right in the head because they could have easily just taken off right there if they really wanted to. And the gauge is right there if they wanted, or the sensor is right there if they easily wanted to take it off. They took the air filter, which I recovered back, but they left the turbo blanket here, which is kind of weird because like this is definitely a lot more valuable than the air filter, but it's whatever. They cut all my coolant lines. You guys can see there's some coolant on the Process West manifold. Yeah, they cut all that, which is weird because as you guys saw, they cut it super short, so they must have cut it here. They must have cut it over there. Like, so they cut the same hose twice, which makes no sense. Like, these guys were literally on something. It looks like they stole my hoses that go from the breather line to the AOS. They stole that one. This one was still here. So I don't know, these guys, I mean, they had an idea what they were doing, but at the same time, these guys were complete idiots. If they really wanted to get some value out of it, honestly, this would be way more high value than anything right now. Those things are selling like almost like $2 grand. I know you guys were mentioning in the comments in the video where I showed you guys that they broke into my car and all that stuff. You guys were mentioning that, oh, it must have been someone that knew me or something like that because they knew what they were looking for. But to be honest, I think these guys were just a bunch of knuckleheads, and they just saw a cool car and they wanted to break in and grab it, like something fast, something quick. They did drive a Honda, so the typical thing for Honda people to steal is one, battery, anything shiny and flashy like the air filter or the titanium oil cap. They stole the ECUs, which is really common, and they stole the steering wheels, which is also really common on Honda. So I think they were just dumb Honda guys at the end of the day. So yeah, I'm gonna start piecing these things little by little together. I'm gonna start with the battery. I got these fittings already on order. I'll worry about this later. I mean, it's whatever. It's not gonna stop it from running the car. I can still look at the wideband from my laptop. I need to order new coolant lines as well, and breather lines apparently. So, but they didn't cut anything back here. I know a lot of you guys are wondering like how the hell I even controlled my anger through all this, man. I really don't know how. I mean, I'm honestly like the calmest guy, the nicest guy you'll ever meet. But, oh, here's another thing I forgot to show you guys. So they didn't actually take off the bracket that goes to the AOS. This is the pitch stop mount. They just literally just broke it off. So you can tell these guys were, I mean, they didn't really care. They just wanted, like, I don't know why they grabbed the AOS if they didn't even know what the hell it was. But yeah, so that's pretty much the update on the car. I'll show you guys the inside. On the inside, as you see, there's no steering wheel. The clock spring is all busted down there, so I'll just go with a quick release setup or something. I never had a stereo. I never installed it. They didn't cut the main harness, but they did cut, it looks like this wire right here. I think that's the wideband to the ECU, I believe. And yeah, kind of shitty. And this green wire you see right here, that's for the rolling anti-lag on the e-brake. They didn't steal any of my gauges, which is really weird because they cut them. It's kind of weird seeing this sight and not having a steering wheel right there. But I mean, it could be worse. It could always be worse. They stole my shift knob, which I recovered back. I'm kind of thankful for that. Pretty much the update on that. I'm still looking around because it's still hard to believe that someone would actually want to do this to such a nice car. And right here is that kick panel that I was telling you guys earlier. If you guys saw the last video, right here I had that boost switch mounted up, which I still have the boost switch, but I don't have that kick panel no more. So I don't know where it's at. I already cleaned out the car. I don't find it anywhere. So yeah, if anything, I'll just probably get like a carbon fiber trim right here and just set it up right there or something. I don't know. Something I just noticed right now is they left a cigarette butt in my car, and I don't even do that, and they smoked it in my floor mats. Oh my god. The more I dig into this, the more and more depressed I get, but we'll bounce back from it. So I was about to mount up the fuel pressure regulator back to the original spot. And then I realized I can't find the wiring to it, and then realized they cut it right there. Which really makes no sense because the connector's not on here. So they cut that and took the connector, which really makes no sense. Like I said, like these guys, they're a bunch of idiots. So that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Hopefully we get the Supra back on the road here shortly. I miss driving it. It's absolutely heartbreaking that I only really drove it for not even a whole week, and it's already back down. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.